All right, I'm here with Jimmy Houston. So Jimmy, years ago, I'm going to trigger your memory. You and I fished together at Table Rock Lake.
Can we do a multiple guess on this, where you don't have to have it exact? Table Rock Lake. Okay, Dan.
What makes it memorable is I got a fine from the Fish and Game afterwards. Do you remember that time?
I absolutely do. Dan is telling the truth, and we're sitting here in the wildlife department booth with game rangers around, where he's trying to tell a story about getting a ticket fishing. Dan, you know, it's from Alabama, right?
It was in Table Rock Lake.
No, but you're from Alabama, right?
I'm from Florida here.
Florida, okay. And he all of his friends are so excited about him coming up and fishing the tournament at Table Rock Lake. And I had a bunch of fish found way up the river, long run. We run 25 or 30 miles. And we got up there, and the fishing was difficult, but I caught 3 or 4 or 5 really nice fish. Made a good check in the tournament, and it was the last day of the tournament, and Dan had he had not yet got a fish large enough to weigh in. They got to be 15-inch minimum. He had caught something that wasn't big enough, and he said, "This is killing me." He said, "All my buddies go back, and I haven't caught a fish." And so, sure enough, he gets this fish, nice fish, and he gets it up there, and he's measuring, and I'm just fishing away, and he's measuring and measuring. He said, "Jimmy, I don't know. What do you think?" I said, "Dan, I can't make that call for you. You got to make the call." He said, "What do you think?" And he looked at it, and it would just barely touch the 15-inch line. Barely touched the 15-inch line. And I said, "Hey, you don't have anything to lose, because if you don't, you got a zero. You got a zero. If you catch another one, we'll remeasure this fish. If we'll measure the fish. If you catch another one, it's over. Then if we don't think it's then you might get penalized. So we'll throw this back. We think I'm gonna get penalized. You have nothing to lose." So he said, "Good idea, good idea." So we carried the fish in. We're in the weigh-in line, and Dan's got his bag of fish, and I've got my bag of fish, and we go through the deal where they to check them. And I'm there in the line. I turn around to say something to Dan, and he's not there. He's gone. He's not there. And so I don't see him, and I thought, what the heck happened to him anyway? And I didn't know. I mean, so I go weigh my fish in. I get up on the stage, and I talk about tickle to get a check and everything, and still no Dan. And I get up, and we're going back to the boat. We got a rod and reel in the boat. I get back in and I said, Where'd you go? And he said, "My fish wasn't long enough." I said, "I never even thought about that. That's why you didn't go through the weigh-in line." He said, "That's right." I said, "You shouldn't. They don't check it till you get to the weigh-in scales." He said, "There's a game ranger back there." They checked it. I said, "Are you serious?" And I said, "The game ranger checked it? A game ranger checked it in the weigh-in line?" And he said, "Yeah." And I said, "God, no, that's terrible, man. I feel so bad for you, because that one fish probably would have got you a check, because there's a lot of zeros." And he said, "Yeah, the bad part's I got a ticket." I said, "Oh my God." That never dawned on me, my wildest imagination, that would happen. And of course, the game ranger was right. I got a game ranger looking at me right now. But do not go to weigh-in lines at bass tournaments. Write somebody a ticket. It's like shooting turkey over corn. That's what it's like. So okay, don't do that. And so he got a ticket. I felt so terrible.
And I'll say, Jimmy, you went and talked to the town mayor on my behalf, and it didn't do any good. But I was happy that you talked to the town mayor. We tried.
Right. And he tried to give me some. But now I do remember this. You probably don't believe I remember all that. But he tried to give me some gas money, because we had burned a lot of gas. And I said, "No, you keep your gas money."
That's right. That's true.
Don't take your gas. I said, "You don't have to pay a fine. Keep your gas money." So I bought all the gas for that day. It's so good to see you again.
God bless you. Thank you.
I've actually told that story a few times to people.